look good in this light. I love it. It's gonna be a early morning today, that's for sure. So I'm getting ready to head to the dealership. As you can see, let me show you guys real quick. I'm actually taking this car with me. We just bought this car like 2 weeks ago. It had a bad transmission, so we had to put a new transmission in that. But other than that, it's a really, really nice, clean car. So we have another car back here. That white one, that's a 2012 Honda Civic that had a bad sunroof, and it was leaking a whole bunch of water in there. It kind of molded up a little bit, so we have that cleaned, getting ready to sell. And then we have that Mazda over there. That Mazda, that's a whole nother story. Really bad rust on that. And another car we have back here is that right there. That is Impala. That one is just bad transmission. Those are really awful transmission issues. And then I have the Honda Fit. That Honda Fit, it's a really good car. It had a bad, it got wrecked. We bought it wrecked. We fixed it up. It's all fixed now. And but it's really dirty on the inside, like really, really dirty. So yeah, so that one's just getting ready to get cleaned up and be ready to get that one sold. So now my wife's van is in the way right now, so I need to move this Malibu, get that one out, and then move that one back in after I get this one out. So to go into the reason why I'm starting this, I'm going to give you guys a little snippet of me and what this channel is pretty much going to be about. For the past, to start from the beginning, I own a dealership. I sell cars, I buy cars, I sell cars. That's pretty much what I do on a daily basis. So for the past 3 years, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but the issue is I never really know what kind of content to do, honestly. So, and I was like, instead of being fake and making stuff, trying to figure out what to do every day, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So what did I do? I was like, no, I just waited, and a few weeks ago it just dawned on me. I was like, wait, I'm sure there's a lot of car enthusiasts out there, or just people who are just interested in a daily basis of what it takes to run a dealership. So I was like, you know what? I am going to start my own dealership. Well, I decided I was going to start my own dealership. I was like, I'm going to start my own YouTube channel talking about cars in my dealership. I mean, it makes sense. There's a lot of crap going on every single day at the dealership. There's always something going wrong or something going really right. So why not show the world, or just have people follow it? So it's kind of rainy today for some reason, and I think it's gonna rain for the next 3 days. So today's Monday, so we probably won't have any good sunshine until probably Thursday, right? Because that's 3 days. Yeah. So it's raining outside. I'm trying not to get wet or get the camera wet. So I have to run in and then come out a little bit later. But as you guys can see, this is my lot up here. It's not the biggest lot, but it holds about, let's say, like 20 cars in general. So that's what. Woo! I'm trying to get wet or get the camera wet. Let me get the key. Today's gonna be a fun day. Lights. Right. So I'm in the back room, and then this is the front room. You guys see that? It's a little bit dark in here, so I have to turn on the lights. But yeah, this is what the day typically looks like for me. I'm usually, well, it just depends. Most of the time I'm here earlier, and sometimes I'm here like later. But typically right now it's 10 o'clock. And usually I probably don't, most of the time I don't get here. Michigan. It's your rider. Scam likely. So this is a typical morning for me, but we do have some stuff going on today. Let me show you. So if you see that black, sorry, it's probably a little bit loud out here, but that black Sonata over there, one of our customer purchased that on Friday, and it just, something went wrong with it, I'm guessing, and now it has a code that came up. So today we're gonna try to get the code fixed for them and see what we can do with that. I'm hoping that the code is all it is and it's not anything else that is wrong, that's majorly wrong. So we're gonna try to figure that out. And I mean, for that right now, there's nothing else that I could do until we get that figured out. So that's what I'm gonna do this morning. That's the #1 goal. Oh crap, I actually forgot. Dang, I forgot the #1 key component that I actually need for the car. Hello?
Hello?
Hey babe, are you still at the house?
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot some parts that I need for the car that a sensor that I bought, and I completely forgot it. It's on the table. It's in one of those small Amazon bags.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can grab that.
Okay, just bring it to the dealership?
Yeah, it's right on the, what do you call it? On the countertop.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, love you.
All right, love you. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. So, there we go. So, early morning, this is what we're doing today. So I usually don't work on our cars. We have a shop that we take all our cars to, but this car the customer bought on Friday, like I said earlier, and it has a knock sensor code that's in it, so we need to have that changed. So I'm gonna have to do this one myself, just because the fact that I need to get this back on the road as soon as possible, and I don't like keeping customers waiting because the shop is just too packed for all that right now. So that's what we're doing. I'm just got to take some stuff apart and put that. Well, I have to wait for my wife to also get the sensor here, so because I forgot it this morning to put that on there. So just waiting to get that done, and then we can go up to something else because I have a lot to do. I still have to clean that Malibu out over there. I have to clean that out, and I still have some other stuff to do. And oh yeah, if you're wondering about these cars back here, those are the cars that still needs to go to the shop to get done. And there's also that Fusion right there. There's a whole bunch up there also. So yeah, there's a lot that needs to be done. So that's why I'm doing this one myself this morning and just trying to get all this stuff knocked out as fast as we can so we can move on to the next thing. So pretty much this is what we're doing. The knock sensor is literally behind this. So this whole thing needs to come out. And to do that, I need to take this apart and then take that apart. And then I still need to check if the coils on that are bad or if it needs a tune-up or anything like that. So, but all this have to come out. I have to unscrew all that bolt, and then there's like I think like six bolts in here that needs to come out, and then there's some down here that I need to take out, and then this whole thing comes out. And literally a knock sensor is a wire that's like literally underneath that, and then plug that in and see if that helps. And if that doesn't help, then I might have to give the customer back their money on this car and literally send this to the auction. But right now it's making a really weird noise that I'm hoping that it's just related to the sensor. And if the sensor doesn't fix that, then that's a big issue, because the engine in that sucker is about $4,000. And I have almost $4,000. Well, actually, I have almost $5,000 in the car. So at the end of the day, I'll be grateful if I get some of that money back if the engine in that is bad, which I hope that's not the case, but we'll find out. It's been like 2 hours. Been working on this. I think I got pretty well. You can see everything's like all torn apart and all that stuff, but I think I got most of it. We got done. I'm now just literally waiting for the knock sensor, so it should get here in any minute, and I'm gonna have that put on it. So let me show. So this right here was the corporate. It's literally just that, and it goes on the engine. So it pretty much goes like down here. Well, you can see it. It goes like down here, but you can see it's all. I tore the whole thing apart. I could say that I'm not like the greatest mechanic in the world, or I'm not a mechanic at all, but if I have to do something, I can get it done. And that's exactly what I did here. So I'm just waiting for that new sensor to get here, and then I'm gonna have that popped on it, and then we're gonna give it a shot, turn it back on, and see if that fixes the issue. Fingers crossed, because I don't feel like having to send this car to the auction and just the headache of the whole thing. So now all we do is just a waiting game and then get this back and running. So I finally finished putting the stuff back together. Let's see if you can see that. Right here, right there. I got it all finished putting together. I did end up taking the this apart. This is the spark plugs, and they're, if you can see, try to focus in, it's like really bad, and this ones are even worse. You see how they're like that? Yeah, those are bad. So that's basically what what's going on. So now I have to run to AutoZone or Advance or whatever, go get new spark plugs for that and turn it back on, and hopefully it works. So just got back, got that. I actually got it from, I went to Advance and got that. So about to go ahead and put all this stuff in there real quick and then see how it starts. So fingers crossed, let's hope it works, let's hope it's good, and let's go from that. Okay, so the car is finally fixed and it did work. So I just had the customer for the car stop by like 20 minutes ago and he checked it out. The car is parked out there right now. He checked it out. I drove it myself for like at least like 20 minutes. It drove good. The code did not come back at all. And the changing that coil, not the coil, but the spark plugs freaking helped. Like the car runs phenomenally well. So we're doing that, and I mean, other than that, it runs great. The car runs great. I'm just hoping that I'm about to take it to the muffler shop because when you hit the gas, you can hear a muffler a little bit. So I'm gonna take it there, and then we're gonna get that fixed, and then it should be good to go. And he's gonna come pick it up tomorrow after he gets off work tomorrow. So yeah, other than that, there wasn't really a lot going on today. We didn't have a lot of customers, so I'm just waiting for everything to be done. Everybody, if you need a Tahoe, I got a Tahoe for sale, pretty nice too. But yeah, that's about it. For tomorrow, well, one thing I need to do is get that Malibu. Where is it? That Malibu. I need to get that clean. But other than that was pretty much the day. So I started at 8 o'clock this morning, and now it's about what, like 3:30, 4 o'clock. And literally that one car took me all day to work on, and that's a typical day sometimes. You just never know. I sold that car not thinking it was going to need anything else, and he drove it for like 3 hours, and I mean, well, I'll say like 4 hours or whatever, and this went bad, and then we had to change this. So sometimes you just never know, and a lot of times part of being a good dealer, it's about, yes, I could have been like, oh, well, you bought the car as is, so there's nothing I can do. But me personally, I understand how that feels to just go into a dealer and buy something and then everything start going to hell. And I want somebody to get my back, to have my back when something like that happens. And that's what we try to do over here, what I try to do. So that's just what it is. But it's a bit dark over there. All right. But that's my day in the cookie jar. And that is it for today. And so day 2. So this morning I just got in probably about like 10 minutes ago. I probably don't look any different. I wear the same thing every single day. I'm always in all black, most of the time at least. So I just had a car drop off this morning, about a 2013 Chevy Equinox, I think on the 31st of last month. Today's the 5th of April, so I bought it a few days ago. And they just dropped one of them off. I actually bought 3, so they just dropped one off today. And I just saw a car pull through. And so we have that in, and we can go check that out real quick. When the cars get here, I usually always have to make sure everything looks good to what. Let me show you guys real quick. So it's that one right there. I always have to make sure that everything looks good and everything like is what they told me, or at least what they said that it was gonna look like. So yeah, the car smells good. It's pretty clean. So this is the car. This is just an overview of what it looks like. Let me pull it from the side. So I bought a lot of this Equinox, as you guys can tell. I have a whole bunch of them. There's still some in the back. But when I bought this one really didn't need any work. At least you can see that bumper on the side. But other than that, it's really decent looking car. I've already started it. It started pretty good. Has a little backup camera. Yeah, it's a decent looking car. So with this, I'm excited because I don't have to do a lot to it compared to my other ones. But the biggest issue with this one is, as you can see, this seat is broken. Everything works except for that. So that doesn't come up. So I'll probably have to replace this chair with another one that I have. But other than that, it's a really nice car. I can't complain. It has the big screen, which is pretty awesome. A lot of them, they don't come with that. So let's give it a start and see how it does. It sounds good. No engine light. Well, it's gonna need fuel, but no engine light. I mean, that looks good. Speaker works. Seems like air works. So I can't really complain. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull this car to the back and literally pull it to the back. I still have to take this car out for a ride later on. Can't see anything. My mirror. Let's see if the mirror works. Okay, mirror is good. I don't know why they're all pointed down, but yeah. But it sounds good. It drives good. Well, from what I could tell, the second. Seems to be doing good. I still have to take it. Obviously, I still have to take it on the road to make sure it really sounds good and drives good. But from what I can tell right now, brakes are good. That's for sure. But from what I can tell, so if I could get that looked at, get that checked out, and they will be good. So I'm hoping I can get this one on the front lot probably by, if not today, probably tomorrow. So I got the chair all figured out. So it was actually very simple what was wrong with it. Actually, I thought I was going to need a whole new chair, but really I did not. So let me show you guys what it was. So it was this that wasn't working. Well, not this, but just find it. This right here. You can see that this like clicks over here, but this was the corporate, and it doesn't. You hear that? And I mean, I guess you hear it back and forth, but that was an issue. Was just this one. So what I'm gonna end up doing, I'm just gonna order a new one for this one over here, and I took the one in that one and I put it in this one. So that way we have a good one. As you can see, it's working. It's good. So yeah, this will probably be going on the lot tonight after I test drive it, obviously. But from what I can tell, is everything looks good. It looked way better than it did before. As you can see, looking good, smelling good. Not that it didn't smell good before, but so now what I'm about to do, gotta skip that mud. What I'm about to do is take this for a test drive and make sure everything runs good, drives good. And then as soon as I'm done, it's gonna be ready to put on the lot.